Hi, I'm Chef Gail Sokol and welcome to my kitchen. Today it's all about crispy gluten-free crackers. And I've had a lot of friends lately that are like, I'd love to come over to your house, but I can't eat gluten. And I'm thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I sort of came up with this crispy cracker, and they're outrageous. Whether you like gluten, whether you can't eat gluten, whether you just don't want to eat gluten or you actually have celiac disease, they're awesome. Awesome, awesome. So before we get started, I want you to click that notification button because I want you to become a subscriber. I don't want you to miss any of my tips or videos because they're pretty good. And I love having you with me in my kitchen. It's really a treat. Okay, crispy gluten-free crackers. If you just want to throw something together and make a really nice cracker for your family, or you're having a wine and cheese party and you want to bring something to a party with friends, this is the cracker for you. It satisfies everybody's special needs, or even if they don't have any special needs, they're going to love these. So the first thing that I did is I preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Actually 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm so sorry. 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And you want to do that now because these are fast. They come together fast. And I am going to be using a Silipat mat. If you don't have one, don't worry because you can roll the dough out on parchment paper. All right. So I've done it both ways. Don't worry. It works both ways. So the first thing I want to do is whisk together my dry ingredients. This is 1 cup of gluten-free flour. And the best flour that I sort of like to use is Bob's Red Mill 1-to-1 baking flour. If you find something else you want to use it. But this is just 1 cup. And into this, these are savory crackers. I have half a teaspoon of kosher salt. I want the coarse grain. And then we're going to put a little Maldon salt, coarse sea salt on top. And then I have a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm going to put that in. And we're going to whisk that up. And we're going to save the seasonings on top. We're going to be putting some dried seasonings on the top. Do not use fresh herbs on this. You really want dry, okay? Okay, so what I want now is I want to whisk together 1½ tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, just 1½ tablespoons. And then I want to put in half a teaspoon of honey, just half a teaspoon. That's all. And it's going to be harder to get it out than it is to measure it. All right, there we go. Just a half a teaspoon, just a little bit. All right. It just has a nice flavor. And I'm just going to whisk this together. Okay, oil and honey, just very easy. And then I am going to have on the side about ½ cup of water. Doesn't have to be cold, doesn't have to be warm, just water. All right. And water is what I want to use. Don't use anything else, no dairy or anything. So I'm putting this down. And I'm going to add my flour and my seasonings and my salt in here. All right. And then I'm going to add some water. I'm going to just mix this up a little. This is sort of like if you were making like a cracker with butter and flour, but you're just sort of mixing this lightly together. So it's really not even, making a dough or anything. It's just very dry. But we're just incorporating the oil and the honey. Okay. And now I'm going to add about 1/3 cup of water first. So on my recipe, I have 1/3 cup of water to a ½ cup. And you may even need more, depending. But you can see it gets very dry. So you want to continue to add water if you have to. All right. And I may need this whole thing, plus some. So it's all up to how you measure. And again, you're going to feel the dough. And I think I'm going to need the rest of this. And I may even need a little more. Always have backup. Always have backup. So I'm just going to now clean this off from my spoon. All right, clean this off. And I like to use a slotted spoon. It's just a lot easier. And I'm just going to mix this up. You don't have to really knead it or anything. You just want it mixed into a dough. It's a soft dough, and I can smell my beautiful seasonings. I can smell garlic powder and onion powder, and I know something good is coming. But you can see it's almost like the flaky pie crust method, only we're using oil. And getting it all together. I'm sort of pinching it to sort of bring it together, all right? If you feel it's too dry, add a little bit more. I think mine's good. I think mine's good. So you can see this, right? We got a dough. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my Silpat mat, which is non-stick silicone. It is safe to use. It's perfectly safe to use. If you don't have one, this is where you would lay a piece of parchment paper on here, all right? So we're going to take this and put this on here. And then we're going to divide the dough. I'm just going to get all the dough up on here. And the dough is very white looking because the gluten-free flour is very white. So I'm just going to rip it in half. And I'm going to put half on here, all right? And I'm going to take a piece of parchment paper to put on top of it because it's so sticky, you need this extra parchment paper. So what I'm going to do, it's rolling up. So I'm taking a little bit of olive oil, just a wee tad of olive oil, and I'm just going to olive oil it. That's going to go, I'm going to flip it over so it's facing the dough. Facing down on the dough so we don't want it to stick. Because several times when I made it without doing this, it stuck to the parchment paper. But it came off eventually, but why struggle? So you should learn from my mistakes, right? So I'm pushing this down with my hand as much as I can, this dough. And remember, it's only half. I'm going to put this on top, squish, squish, and then I'm going to take my rolling pin. And this is where you really want to roll it as thin as you can. As thin as you can. Use your abs, girls and boys. Use your abs and really get this really, really thin. Because that's what crackers are. They're thin. We don't want them to be chewy. We don't want them to be like, soft and squishy. We really want them crisp. I like my crackers crisp. So you want to go all the way, even to the, to the edges if you have to. Go all the way, all the way. All right, you know what I mean, right? All the way. And even in the center, if you feel like you got some fat areas, high up areas, roll them out. So although this is only a cup of gluten-free flour, you're going to make a good amount of crackers. All right, so let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Pretty thin. You can see it's pretty thin, right? If you see that this is getting over the edge, all right, you can just sort of roll it in and just push it so it continues. Because I don't want it to go off of my sheet pan. All right, and then you can continue just rolling it. So once you have that rolled out, and sort of roll up, because we still have part of the Silpat mat or whatever you're using, parchment, to fill. So you want to just do that, and we want them really crisp. That's why the 400 degree baking time. 400 degrees will make them nice and crisp. And they really don't take long, 12 to 17 minutes, depending on your oven. All right, so now, pull this off. Don't let it go anywhere. Okay, a little tiny piece came off. Don't worry about it. Just push it back on. And now, I'm going to lightly oil, okay? I'm just going to lightly oil. Actually, I'm not going to, I oiled it sometimes and sometimes I didn't, but just go like this, very, very lightly, very lightly, very lightly. If you don't want to do this part and you don't want to oil it, the herbs will stick anyway. thyme. All right, just take some dried thyme, sprinkle. Okay, I think what happened was I used the oil like this. I put the oil on a few times, and I didn't want it to stick to the parchment because we're going to press it in. So if you want it, if the oil is a little bit easier for you to use, you can. I have dried chives, right? Nice. If you wanted to use poppy seeds or finely chopped rosemary, you could do that as well. Really, really good. So, and now we're going to take some Maldon salt. That's that really coarse salt, very big crystal. All right, very, very big crystal. And we're going to scatter that around. All right. Use as much or as little as you want. You want some cracked pepper on it? Use cracked pepper. We are not a cracked pepper family. So it can start a war in our family, so we don't want that. All right. So again, if you don't want to oil it first, don't. Just push it in. See what I'm doing? I'm pushing the herbs and the salt in. That's all. And then just give it one big push so it evens it out, evens out the dough. And this really couldn't be easier. Peel this off, and you're going to save this top for the next half of the dough. Remember, we have half of the dough more to go. And I'm just going to gently take this and put this in my sheet pan. And now I'm going into the oven. That's it. So 12 to 17 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. You want it to get nice and crispy. Go by color. So if it's sort of nice and brown, you're done. Take it out. It will crisp up as it cools, and I will see you back. I am so happy. Wait till you see these crispy gluten-free crackers. Okay, so they've been baking on my Silipet mat or on your parchment paper. Oh, isn't that awesome? This is awesome. Look how, and they're crispy, watch. And they stay crispy for at least a couple weeks. Watch. You hear that? You hear that? So I'm going to break them sort of willy-nilly because I like a rustic presentation, and you can put them with cheese, put them with hummus. Incredible. And they're really still warm. But, you know, isn't that amazing? Oh my gosh, so good. You will never buy crackers again. I hope you try these gluten-free crispy crackers, and I hope you become a subscriber. Till next time.